Greetings YouTubers and welcome to Mud Max Metal Detecting. I'm out with Damon. Damo I call him now, and he doesn't seem to mind. He's rocking the Ace 250 and I'm rolling with the GM1 Plus UK. So off to the fields, let's get stuck in. And we're off and running. A little button. Nothing special, bit of age to it I guess. But it's nice to get a target early in the day. And there we go. And so it begins. More to come, me hopes, me hearties. Ha ha. Ha ha! Bolos mosquitos! Boom boom! Ouch, ouch. Perfectly round one, that one. Lovely piece of leadage. And yes, just came up. Ever so slight buzz off of that. I find that with so many metal detectors. The lead musket balls, they give a sort of 90-95% clean signal, but not quite. So yes. Oh well. Oh, what's that there? Is that the sprue? I do believe it's you, Mr. Sprue. Hey. Ah, yuck! She's twisted, sister. She's twisted. Okay, just up this lovely little artifact. I think it's probably a book clasp. I'm not 100% sure, but it does look like a book clasp, to be honest. It may be a different sort of old clasp, but it's definitely old. Off of maybe a jewellery box or something like that, but my guess is a small book. It's got that look about it. Nice little wave pattern on both sides. If there was anything on the actual main part of it, it's long gone. But yeah, nice little piece of history, saved from the ground. Haha, my friends, we have George the Second. Yes, you can just make out his head there in the middle, sort of darkened bust. Hope you can see that. And on the other side, there is a little bit of Britannia left. Not much. I'm not even sure here in this light if I'm holding it the right way up. I think I am. I think you can just make out Britannia in the middle there. So very worn, but George the Seconds often are. That's the way they usually go. Very, very thin, but I'm pleased with that. Never say no to a George the Second. That chap was on the throne, I believe it was before the Napoleonic Wars. So that's history in my hands. Love it. What on earth is that? It's like a blob with a kind of screw either. Well, it's like a blob on top of a screw. I've never seen anything like it. Unless it's been melted. Ah, has it been melted? Oh, you know, yeah. Yeah, that is a... Yeah. It's one of those, isn't it? Yeah, one of those, one of them. Yeah. Oh, happy days. We've got a little watch winder. Look at that. Isn't it lovely? Don't think it's a particularly old one, although it has got some aging kind of colour to it. But we'll take that all day. Lovely little watch winder. And here we are in the pits. Andretti's had to come in. Yes, 4 laps in. And there is something wrong. Call to the pit. Get in. This is not the fastest change we've ever seen in Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. New batteries, please. New batteries. Serve.
Need some more juice.
Need some more juice. More juice for the Ace 250. Lock and load, son. Lock and load. Okay, now understandably, I don't normally film a shotgun cartridge, but I've never seen one like that before. It's like a top hat. Look at the size of that thing. Look how much of it there is. Yeah. Never seen one like that before. Actually interested in a shotgun cartridge. Well, slightly. Well, I really don't know about this. I really don't. It's probably nothing, but I'd like to show you good viewers it on a close-up so you can give me your thoughts. Let's get this funny little circle, this funny little ring on close-up. Okay, so I don't know how well you can see them, but it's got tiny little serrations all the way around it. It's not a perfect circle. It's trying hard to be a circle, but it's slightly crude, lumpy in places and thin in others. As I say, it has got these tiny little serrations on it and it's very thin. Now the shape doesn't suggest a ring, not in my opinion, because it's, well, it's too flat that way. But if that is a piece of machinery, I think it's a very old piece of machinery. See those serrations at the top? I don't know. Really don't know, but I thought I'd share it. If anyone's got any ideas, let me know. Pretty crude anyway, in my opinion. Right, we're having a look at what Damon's had today. He's had a couple of nice little bits. Now, not quite sure what that is, but it's clearly a piece of machinery, maybe from a watch, maybe from a clock. But I'm interested in that lead square because that is lead and that is worked into a square for a very good reason. And what that reason is, I do not know. And that's heavy, that's lead, it's a perfect square. That has got some age. That could even be, it's possible that that's a worn gaming token. Let's have a look. It's not got anything written on it, but it is the kind of square, I was going to say square disc, but there is no such thing as a square disc, is there? No, there isn't. Square piece that could, yeah, it could once have been for a game or something. Blooming heavy though. Get a bucket full of those and it'll be worth a few quid. Yeah. And one other find. Look at that find box. It's so clean. Time will come when it will not look like that. Oh, we have
just a button.
We have our friend Le Bouton. Yes, Le Bouton. We don't mind the odd fancy one, but generally speaking, they're not that great, are they? You find them and you go, oh, button, and in the back of your mind, what you're really going is, yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I've got one interesting kind of ring thing that I put on film already, so I won't bore the viewers with that again, but I'll show you now.
Yeah, definitely.
Careful how I word that as well. Little bit of feedback for the GM OnePlus UK users. I have noticed a little bit of an iron buzz on a couple of good conductors today when they're at depth or they're very small, fiddly bits. So yeah, I didn't get that the first time, so you learn with a new machine all the time. Still very, very impressed with it though. Still really enjoy it. It's so simple, but in a good way. But yeah, a little bit of an iron tinge off of a few funny ones today, but it's only a slight iron buzz. The ones that really grunt and growl, I've dug those and there've been bits of iron chain and all sorts. So I'm still digging that stuff to learn. But yeah, sort of 80% good, slight iron fuzz in the background. One or two things today. The coin, that had a slight fuzz on it to start with. Probably on its edge, I don't know. But yeah, it just goes to show that like a lot of detectors, when you've got a bit of depth or you've got an awkward target, it's not a pure signal. In this game, you can't just go after pure signals. Well, you can, but there's a good chance you'll miss stuff. Right, camera switched on very, very quickly. Moved a sod while I was waving, and suddenly a very, very big disc appeared. And it does appear to be milled. In fact, it has got a head on it. Good grief, this is enormous. Now, it's not a cartwheel. It's not a cartwheel twopenny, is it? I have no idea. I'm going to put some water on this very gently. It's George III, I can see him a mile off. It's definitely George III, it's a monster coin, but I don't know. It's not got the right edge for a cartwheel. I know there was a cartwheel twopenny, so let's get it cleaned up and let's see if we can find out. But wow, this is a fantastic little find. Okay, so there she is, folks. I've cleaned it up now. This is a couple of days later. I'm back out hunting, but I thought I'd bring this with me, get it in the sunlight, pop it in the video for you. So it is a George III penny of 1806. And very pleased with that little beauty I am too. Quite a bit of Britannia on the back as well. It's cleaned up really nicely. It's a bit matted and a bit dull, but once you get it in the sunlight, you can really see the detail. 1806, King George III penny. Absolutely chuffed to bits with that. Okay, so at that point, I told Damon all about the cartwheel penny. I knew mine wasn't a cartwheel penny, but I told Damon all about them, as many detectorists do to newbies when they come into the hobby. And after I told him all about a cartwheel penny, I went back to my detector, started detecting, and after about 2 minutes, this happened. Well, Damon's just shouted me to come over, so that can only be good news, surely. And he's worked really hard today on some tough fields. And he deserves something. He's put the hours in. He loves this hobby, he's new to it, and he really does deserve a find. So let's go and see if he's got one. I think it's definitely a coin.
Definitely a coin.
Oh yes. Let's have a look. Blimey, it might be another one. Like, oh, that's a cartwheel penny. That is fantastic. That's exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah.
When I said to you, that coin I've got's not a cartwheel, and explained the history of the cartwheel. That is so weird.
Yeah, that's strange.
I literally explained to you the history of the cartwheel penny about 2 minutes ago, and you've pulled one. Oh, that is brilliant. I am chuffed to bits for you, mate. Yeah, that is definitely, you can tell by the rim it's a cartwheel penny all day long. They don't come out much better than that on the best of times. They do wear, but it will clean up a bit more. Oh, fantastic, Damon. Absolutely brilliant. Clean it up.
Yeah.
Do everything you can to get a nice shot, and I won't make the video until you've sent me it.
Yeah.
And we'll make sure that's in the finished products. Because that is your first sort of serious historic find, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. No longer a virgin. He's got a good find. Oh, brilliant, mate. Well done. Whoa, it's musky time again. Bit of a dent in the, bit of a dent in the top of this one, more than a sprue. Don't know if it hit something or if it wasn't finished off very well. I really don't know. But it's another musket ball, well, a pistol ball really, isn't it? Another bit of history saved. What have we here in Mitten the Clod? Oh, I can't see. Oh, hang on a minute. Let me take the focus out a bit. A bit too close. Oh no! Oh no, button! Oh, you little teaser. You got me all excited for nothing. Damn you. Right, owner of pigeon D09233. I'm afraid I've got some rather bad news. Well, it's late in the day and Damon thinks he's got a goodie. So, let's hope we're finishing on a high. You reckon it's a coin?
No, it's not a coin.
Oh, it's not a coin?
Round like a coin.
Round like a coin. Oh, you've got a bag seal, I think, mate. Let's have a little look. Yeah. Yeah, that is a bag seal. And it's got something on it. It's got some lettering. Oh, brilliant. That's a lovely little find. You can keep smiling, mate. You've had a nice George III coin and a lovely old bag seal. Yeah, keep smiling. Let's have a close-up. There we go, folks. A absolutely beautiful little bag seal, and it really is a beautiful one as well. It's in really good condition. You've got the whole thing there, and I believe it's PS. Yeah, I think it's PS. So whoever that was, thank you very much for dropping it, because we like that. Lovely old full lead bag seal. Brilliant. Well done, Damo. Fantastic. Well, I've got a feeling that might be the last find of the day. Big old D buckle, but right down, full length of the probe, right at the base of that hole. Absolutely booming, dig all day signal. But it is a big buckle, I guess. Right, we're back after the dig. We've had a fantastic time. As you saw, I had a nice big chunky coin, but more importantly, Damon had his first serious finds. He's got a nice George III. I couldn't remember who it was for a minute. George III. It's the only cartwheel penny in existence. How could I not remember who it is? It has to be George III. Bang. Yeah, and a fantastic little bag seal that you can research. So I'm just chuffed to bits that Damo's got his first good finds to get his hands on. He's off and running. That kickstarts his historical library of bits and bobs from the fields. So all in all, it's been a brilliant day. Right, until the next time, good luck, happy hunting, and I'll see you soon.